What's going on, guys? Uche Joku, Sneaker Principal, and I have a mess in front of me here. But it's organized. It's organized mess. So I have 3 more days until I take delivery of my Tesla Model Y Premium all-wheel drive. I'm entering the world of EVs, electric vehicles. So no more gas stations for me. But a cool and interesting thing about the Tesla and electric vehicles, no, actually, I'm going to talk specifically about Tesla, is if you've ever been in any of their vehicles, very clean lines, it feels luxurious, it just feels different. But the kind of luxury it is, it's not the luxury where you're like buying a Mercedes, which I've owned before, or BMW, which I haven't, or Infiniti or Acura. Those cars I've all owned at some point in time. When you get those cars, there is a certain aesthetic that's in there that that's the word no, that this is me, right? But that this is me matches a lot of other people, because people will buy the same car and have the same features in there. And there's very little room for you to customize things unless you go all out and strip things out and put your own stuff in there. But Tesla, just like an iPhone, we all have iPhones, but all of iPhones are unique to us, whether it's the screen protectors or the privacy screens, or what we put on, how we carry them, how we dress them with our protectors and all that other stuff, right? I feel the same way with Tesla. The car by itself is clean. It's like, wow. But then you realize there's a lot of things that are not in there, which I think is kind of cool, because it allows you to customize the car to you. So the car itself is very modular. So what you're seeing here are all the things that I ordered, that if you want to get a Tesla, you can just go in there, buy it the way it is, and keep it pushing exactly the way it is off the what you call it, the manufacturer warehouse, or whatever factory, whatever the case may be. But here are a couple of things that I ordered for the purpose of adding my own customization to the car to make it fit me and the things that I know that are always going to be an issue for me. So I'm a dad, I have 2 kids, and there's going to be a lot of time with the kids in the car. And then there's other amenities that I prefer to have in my car, which if I always have in my car. Then a couple other things I came across on YouTube that says, I should get this, because I didn't think about how necessary that would be. So a couple of things in here you're going to see. This is the screen protector from Wigo. This has, because I believe this is a 17-inch screen in the front, then it's like an 8-inch screen in the back, which is awesome because all my data is going to be right there in front of me. But then the center console screen, which is roughly about the size, I'll say maybe something like this, it's right in the center console facing the passenger seat. So the great thing about that is, of course, it does need its own screen protector. So this has both of them in there. But because of that center piece, because of that, I have had to get, where's the other one at? Headphones. My son's favorite color is orange. My daughter's is pink. So there's going to be headphones back there, Bluetooth, so they can watch whatever they want to watch in the back seat. So, of course, I like to talk to my kids, but then there's sometimes they need to be doing their own thing. So they can watch a video, they can watch YouTube, Disney Plus, play games, whatever, in that console right there. And they have their own headphones, so they can control their own volume and what they're listening to. Let me see here. What is this in here? This right. Oh, this is the center armrest. Me personally, that center armrest gets dirty really quickly, just from forearms and body oils and stuff like that. So this is a little protector on there. It says, I don't know if you can see, it says Tesla, and it's a slide on. It just slides on there, and yeah, I have a place to rest my arm without it getting nasty. Even though I do wash up every day, twice a day, but the world is dirty and the world gets stuck on us, and we carry it. So I also want to make sure that the armrest is, plus the armrest, we touch so many things and we're always touching it. So that protector is actually a good thing. Then I know you're like, wait a minute, the gas and brake pads, level, pedals. So these are covers, because what it comes with right now is just a regular old dusty looking pedals. So this kind of gives it a little pizzazz. So definitely 100% cosmetic. If you know anything about Teslas, you're gonna spend most of your time on the gas pedal and very little time on the brake, only because I think it has regenerative braking. But I won't lie, I saw the Tesla Premium, I saw the pads on there, I was like, ugh. The ones on the Performance, I was like, yo, those are nice. But then on the Premium, it's like regular stuff that you find on a Honda or something like that. And listen, I'm not talking bad about Honda, because the last 2 cars have been Hondas. This right here, let's see if I can find another one. All my cars always have a Marine Corps emblem on there, and then American flag. And the car I'm getting is diamond black, so these are going to blend in really well. You know, it's one of those things when you notice it, you notice it, and if you don't notice it, you don't notice it. But all my cars have always had me honoring the Marine Corps and the country that's given me so much. This is a little inlay for the right under the screen. There is a space for wireless charging for your phones. But the thing is, the material in there is very like fabric-like this. So this gives you a little bit more of resistance. So so you're hard braking, your phone doesn't go flying, and your phone can just sit there nice and snug. This I didn't buy, I already had it. So this is going to be my memory drive for the, right in the glove compartment, you have a USB slot where you plug in. You can put a thumb drive in there. What it does, all your Century recordings, because the car has, I believe 5 cameras outside. I think it's 5. It might be more. And if it's in Century mode, anything records gets saved to the hard drive. So this is a 1 terabyte. This is a 2 terabyte hard drive. So this will have more than enough space in there. What's this stuff here? Oh yeah, I was thinking about, doing some upgrades with some what's this, carbon fiber. I decided against it, so this is probably going back. After thinking about, I like the way things are positioned in there. These are camera covers, which is also going to be going back, because for the lens covers for the front and rear cameras. But I read and saw, if it's humid outside, the inside of it can get fogged up and making the camera unusable. So I guess I'm just going to have to deal with exposed camera lens and see about replacing it if it needs to be replaced, versus putting something on there to actually make it unusable. These are puddle lights, which I'm also setting back. For those of you who know what puddle lights are, who don't know what puddle lights are, have you ever been in a car when you open the door and it just shines the logo of the car to the floor on the outside? This is what this is for Tesla. But I found out that this particular version has been creating a lot of electrical issues with the windows on the car itself. So I'm setting this back, and I'm actually already ordered the Tesla's version itself, which will have no problems because it's from Tesla. This is a charging lock. So when I'm charging, this allows for the charger stuff to connect to this and lock itself in, so that let's say I walk away from the car while it's charging, no one wants to be and people want to be haters. They don't unplug it, and I come out and my car's not charged, or somebody did that. And apparently people are doing this, and I don't understand why. If people are charging, leave their stuff alone. What did I do with you? But so I saw that, and I was like, let me get that, because I do, I'm not very trusting of people these days. Drift, this is air freshener for the car. I think the scent that I got is called John Wick. Yeah, I'm a John Wick fan. This is a Tesla armrest hidden storage box. I had the same thing in my Honda. So you lift up the armrest, and in the portion where we lift up, there's a little space in there, and you can actually put a hidden box in there. So if you want to hide paperwork or any valuables in there, you can do that in there. Hopefully legally. Some of you already you're thinking about illegal stuff to do, but this is what it looks like. So it will be in the insert center console, and I can just pop it up, and paperwork, whatever needs to be in there, can be in there. It's not a lot of space, but it's a good thing to have I've used mine on my Honda, and whoever gets the Honda gets that free gift of the hidden storage box. These are caps. These are Tesla caps for my wheels, which you have the aerodynamic hubcaps you could pop out, but when you pop them out, the wheel bolts and everything is exposed. So this has a cap for the center, and black caps to cover the metal pieces in there. This is a center mount. Because the Tesla doesn't have a actual heads-up display, so I'm gonna have this mounted. If this is my steering wheel is gonna be right there with one of my phones. So let's say if I'm driving distance, whatever the case is, or I need like Waze, because you don't get Apple CarPlay in the Tesla. So you can't do Apple Maps, and you can't do Waze. But I can have because I have a secondary phone, I can just have Waze on here on the dashboard. So if I need any additional data, I can see it right in front of me, and it still also maintains that clean look. And yeah, it just mounts there magnetically, and I just put the phone right there, and I can, even if I plan not to be doing a lot of this, but it's right there. Then of course, I have two magnetic mount holders for cell phones. So one's going to be on one side for my phone, my main phone. The other one's going to be on the passenger side. So if ever I have a passenger who just wants their phone right in front of them, really accessible, it can be mounted there as well. Just being courteous. What are these right here? Oh, I know what these are. These are Tesla lifting jack pads. So you never want to have anyone put a jack to under your car, the Tesla, because that's all the battery array in there. So in a wrong move, and you can damage one of the cells, and your car is done. So there's actual space in under the car by the tires where, like, jacking points. So you just put this into whatever the hole is. It goes in there, and then you jack from here. So the jack never touches the bottom of the car. Yeah, it's one of those things. I'm just like, it's good to have, because if you go to a dealership, you can say, hey, here are the jack pads, and hopefully don't mess up your car. This is my charging adapter door dock. So this charging adapter will go in here. So whenever I need it, it's just put out the door and just plug it in there. So and this slides into the door space. Oh, I have. So these are I always forget what these are called. Sorry. So these are foam seals. They're tubes. You can. It's hard to explain, but when you open a door, there's usually a softer material there that kind of blocks water and sound. But there's other spaces that are still exposed. So if you want to, I'm going to use this to kind of like further seal my doors, my trunk, and things like that. And a big part of it is just minimizing wind noise from outside. But again, when I get the car, I'm going to see if I actually need it. If not, I'm setting it back. So this is going to stay closed until then. Then storage box under central control screen. So under that main screen, let's say if this is my screen, this will fit right under it. So, and cool thing about it is that it has a drawer. You can not a drawer, like a shelf. You can close up and open down. My glasses can go in there. ID cards, whatever, any to stick a gum, whatever I need, have easy access to. So I'm not always digging through my center console. Got that. Center console organizer tray. This is clutch. My Honda, very similar to the Tesla. When you open that center the armrest to that center console, it's just deep in there. And there are things that I have in there deep that can stay there, but I know they're there. Like sometimes I put gloves in there and things like that. But however, this will give me two top trays where I can have change and whatever the case that I need. So it makes the cubby itself, that center console, way more usable than just having a giant bucket to dump things in. Yes, emblem sticker. This is for this was like the commemorative patch for the Model Y launch. yes, the car I'm getting is not a launch, but I think it's such a cool sticker, and I haven't decided if I'm going to put it on yet or not. We'll see. And if I don't, I'll set it in the back. This fits right in the center console between the cup holders and the deep cubby in there, and allows me to plug in through the cigarette lighter and have access to retractable charging cables for phones or whatever it is. And it also even comes with the previous version, the lightning connector, I believe, for the iPhone, which is awesome. People always ask me, and I never ever have that in there, but now I'm going to. And the great thing also, it lights up, so you get the extra lighting coolness that fits with the ambiance of your car, right? Then I have here the glass roof. The Model Y, the whole entire roof is all glass, which is beautiful and amazing until it starts getting hot. I ordered the car with diamond black paint, and the interior is all black leather, so you know it's going to be blazing in that car. So this is just a black shade. You see right here that will just fit in there and reflect the light off. Yeah, it'll just reflect the light from out into the universe and keep. So one side is the reflector, and the other side is black. So this is the part you would see inside the car, and this is what will be reflected. Glass ceiling is silver, so it pushes out as much of that heat coming to the car as possible. But I also got this here, because I also want to change it up when I need to. So again, this is also a shade. But this one here should be mesh. So this is a mesh material. So I would say in the fall, when it's not as hot, you just want to minimize sun coming in, and you can still see right through it. But it just gives you a little bit more shade. So having these two, I think will cover what I need to minimize, that sun coming into the car. That is out of the way. What else is here? These are mats for the car, front, back, center console, the front, the trunk. Even it also extends all the way to the back seat. So when they go down for extra storage, you still have the protection of the mat in there. Actually, no, this is the mat. This is the carpet covers for the doors. But the car is fully carpeted. So this one here protects the door linings, and this is the actual mats. These are cubbies in the trunk. There are actually gaps about this big. Look how big that is. I have huge hands, and how deep that is on both ends. So it's extra storage space. But right now it's just open space. So I put it into that gap, and here it covers. So now you have full flat surface across the board, and I can put cleaning supplies or whatever else I need to put in here. Can go right in there. And as a matter of fact, on where this will be, there's enough space in it to have a little mini refrigerator. People have been doing that. I don't know if I'm about that life yet, but that's something to think about. That is 100% cosmetic. That's a rear spoiler, a glossy black. This is actually for the I think in here is padding for the cup holders, lining for the door storage. Why is that important? One of the things that happened last summer, my daughter left a crayon in the door handle area, and the next day it had melted. It was so hot during the summertime. So having that liner in there is very important because it gives you extra protection if crayons or chips or dips or whatever falls into the door handles. Yeah, I like to say that there's no eating in my car. I'm a dad with a 6-year-old and a 7.5-year-old, soon to be 8 years old. There will be eating in the car. So whatever I can do to minimize any, nastiness would be great. And then this is my Tesla wall protector. I'm sorry, not wall protector, wall connector. I'm still thinking about protecting the doors, but this is the wall connector. That should be installed sometime soon, and this week, and hopefully before I get the car. And yeah, this is a lot of the things I purchased. I think I still have like 2 or 3 more things coming in, and hopefully I'll be able to stop for a while. You know, I think I've covered all the grounds of what I need to cover for my Tesla Model Y premium SUV that's coming in, which I'm picking up on next Wednesday. As a matter of fact, I just got a text message saying I can pick it up earlier, but I have a couple of things to do, so it's probably going to have to be Wednesday. All right, y'all. We train Joku Sneaker Principal, and till next time. Oh yeah, one more thing. All of these things here, every single piece here was ordered from Amazon. So I'll do my best to put as much of this stuff on the description if you're interested. But everything here was on Amazon, and I prefer Amazon because I know whatever I purchase, if I have to return it, the return policy with Amazon is amazing. I know people have been finding some of the same things on Temu and all these other Alibaba Express and all these places, but by the time you order it and it's being shipped to you, and sometimes you get lost in the mail, or sometimes you think you're getting one thing, you get something completely different. So I just decided to stick to Amazon. At least I know if I have to return anything, I can return it relatively easily. All right, y'all. Uche and Joku. Till next time.